there we have it, the Fitbit Versa 4. There's a lot to say about it, so let's get started right away. Now, first up, what do we get in the box? And the box itself hasn't changed a lot, but what we get is a charging cable. You get an extra pair of longer straps for free. And of course, we get the watch itself and a whole bunch of paper stuff. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's check out the specs and the design. And at first sight, the Fitbit Versa 4 looks just like the Fitbit Versa 3 and 2, which isn't a bad thing. This smartwatch has a premium look and it feels great as well. Now this watch is pretty curvy. Not only do you have a round watch case, but the display is curved as well. Now the Versa 4 also comes in 4 different colors. Now I got mine in black, but you can also get this one in the colors waterfall blue, sand rose, or raspberry red. On the back side of the watch you will find your usual sensors for your heart rate and for your SpO2 level, and Fitbit got rid of the haptic button that you once had with the Fitbit Versa 3. Now you have a physical button once again. Okay, just some quick things about the display. Now of course we get an AMOLED touch display, and this one right here has a few different settings. Now like with other smartwatches, you can toggle on the always on display mode, but keep in mind that this will kill your battery life. Also, you can decide whether your screen turns dark after 6 or 60 seconds, and you have 3 different brightness levels. So you can be out in the sunlight and you can read your screen still pretty good. Alright, next up, what is actually new with the Fitbit Versa 4? And there are quite a few things. Now, as I already mentioned, you have a physical button now instead of the haptic button, but what you else get is 40 different sport modes, which used to be only 20. So you got your normal stuff like bike, running and walking, but also HIIT workouts, CrossFit, dancing, skating or weightlifting. Plus, before you start any of these activities, you can set different goals and decide what stats should be displayed and where. Something else that changed is the size. Now the Fitbit Versa 4 is now a lot smaller compared to the previous model. Now this one right here is only 1.5 inches in size and the other one was 1.59 inches. Now, some things that were promised by Fitbit was the Google Maps with turn-by-turn direction and the Google Wallet. But those things are not available yet, at least at the time that I'm recording this video. So I hope they fixed it in a later update. Something else that changed, which I really miss, are the reply options to messages. Now we do get messages from certain apps from our phone like Instagram, WhatsApp, email and calls, but unlike with the Versa 3, we cannot reply to any of them. So I hope they will add this option. Another change on the Fitbit Versa 4 is that we don't get a music player anymore. And that's a huge downgrade compared to the Fitbit Versa 3, which by the way was able to have Spotify and offline music. Now we cannot even control our music from the phone. Another thing that changed, which is a little bit upsetting, is that even though we have a built-in mic and a speaker, we cannot talk to our friends anymore. Now that's another thing that we used to have on the Fitbit Versa 3. Now we can only decline and answer incoming calls, and after that we have to postpone the call to our phone and then we can talk to our friends over there. But Fitbit states that they will still add this feature in the near future. So let's see about that. Next up, the voice assistant. So the Fitbit Versa 4 now only has the Alexa voice assistant instead of the Google and the Alexa voice assistant that we once had on the Versa 3. But this one still works very good and we can start timers or ask for the weather today, just to mention a few things that you can do with it. And as well as if you're wondering if you can keep your old charging cable from the Fitbit Versa 3 and use it on the Fitbit Versa 4, yes, you can. Now, what other features do we get on the Fitbit Versa 4? And of course, we get a built-in GPS. Now, first up, you have to toggle it on in your settings before you start a workout. And I have to be honest that it can really take a while until it finds a GPS signal in the city. Now, if you're outdoors in the fields or somewhere else, it's really snappy and it only takes like 5 seconds until it finds a GPS signal, but not over here in the city. But once you have it, it works very good. It may always be a little bit off to the sides and cuts corners short like with most smartwatches, but overall I'm pretty pleased with this one right here. And afterwards you can also check out all of your GPS routes and stats in the Fitbit app. Now health feature wise is where the Fitbit Versa 4 shines. Not only do you have a 24/7 heart rate tracker, but this one will even alert you whenever you have a very high or a very low heart rate. You also get a very detailed sleep tracker that tracks your sleep duration, your different sleep stages, SpO2 variation throughout the night, and if you are a premium member, you get your sleeping heart rate and restlessness as well. This watch also tracks your SpO2 level, but this one is a little bit complicated. Now you have to have a certain type of watch face installed on your watch first, and from over there you can look at your SpO2 stats. By the way, the Fitbit Versa 4 has hundreds of watch faces with all kinds of different metrics, stats and designs. If you find the right one, click on it, then press install, and after just a few seconds you have your new watch face, which you by the way can only change in the app and not on the watch itself. If you already had the Fitbit Versa 3, you'll probably already know this one, but by long pressing your side button, you will have a quicker access to one of your apps. In my case, it will open up the Alexa voice assistant, but you can change that up anytime you want to over in the settings. Now, if you double tap it, you will get a small selection of shortcuts, which you again can customize and change. Alright guys, if we're talking about battery life, the Fitbit Versa 4 is a lot better than other smartwatches. Now on normal usage, depending on your usage, you will get like 6 days. Now in my testing with the AOD mode enabled, max brightness and about 20 minutes of GPS workouts, you get like 3.5 days, which is a lot less than promised, but still very good compared to other watches. Now I am testing the Apple Watch 8 right now, and compared to this one, the Apple Watch lasts 2 days less, which is only 1.5 days. By the way, once your watch runs out of battery life, it only takes like 12 minutes to get you enough battery life to get you through the day. Now price-wise, we're just in the middle of the pack. With the price of 229 euros, the Fitbit Versa 4 is not the cheapest, but also not the most expensive. But in all honesty, if you want to compare it to the Fitbit Versa 3, I would not get the Fitbit Versa 4 since the Fitbit Versa 3 has more features, better features for a lower price. You have offline music via Spotify, you can reply to messages, you have just about all of the other same features, and you have Google and Alexa voice assistant. So, and you get a way better price. It only costs 190 euros. So if you would ask me, I would say don't get the Fitbit Versa 4, but I will still leave the link down in the description just in case you want to buy it and want to check it out. And guys, that's already it for today. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, see you next time. Peace.